My dear student, I hope you all are doing well. So today we will start from chapter number 2, that is from hunting gathering to growing food. In the previous chapter we had learned how time has changed, people has changed and through in the ancient time. Now we will be learning how people started growing their own food along with how they started using new technologies in agriculture. Again, different new ideas has launched at the time period. So here is a story of Tushar. He had been going to Delhi from Delhi to Chennai for his cousin's wedding, and they were traveling by train, and he had managed to squeeze into the window seat. That means everybody like window seat, right? So his nose gulped and a glass pane. As he watched trees and houses fly past, his uncle tapped his shoulder and said, "Do you know that trains were first used about 150 years ago, and that people began using buses a few decades later?" Tushar wondered, when people could not travel quickly from one place to another, did they spend their entire lives wherever they were born? Not quite. So then Tushar's uncle revealed the truth that only before 150 years train was invented, and then only few decades ago buses introduced. So how people used to travel before that? Would they stay back in the same places for their entire life, or they moved? So everything we will learn. In the earliest period, why were they on the move? We know about people who lived in the subcontinent as early as 2 million years ago. Today we describe them as hunter-gatherers. The name comes from the way in which they got their food. Generally, they hunted wild animals, caught fish and birds, gathered fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, stalks and eggs. So the earliest people who lived in the subcontinent, it is before 2 million years, and they were described as hunter-gatherer. Why? As because they hunted animals and birds, and they gathered their fruits and roots of tree or plant, and they roam from one place to another, and that's why they were known as hunter-gatherers, and they were skill gatherers. In the previous chapter we have learned, right? They were skilled hunters. Hunter-gatherers move from place to place. There are many reasons for this. First, if they had stayed at one place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plant and animal resources. Therefore, they would have had to go elsewhere in search of food. Second, animals move from place to place, either in search of smaller prey or, in the case of deer and wild cattle, in search of grass and leaves. That is why those who hunted them had to follow their movements. So, hunter-gatherers, they used to move from one place to another. Why? There are two reasons. Because when they stay back in one place for a longer time period, they would probably finished up all the fruits which was grown in that area. Or again, second reason is that animals, which one they hunt, these animals used to sense their destination from one place to another place. They also move in search of greenery, in search of grassland, and for them, the hunter-gatherers have to follow them. So please turn the page. Now, there are another reason, that is third. Plants and trees bear fruit in different seasons. So people may have moved from season to season in search of different kinds of plants. And third reason is that fruits are seasonal, right? So in different time period, different type of fruits can be seen. In different season, different kind of fruits can be seen in the forest. So that's why they have to move according to the season. If mango season comes, they will probably go to the place where mango can be found. When the seasons of pineapples will come, they will move to that place. So it was like that. So hunter-gatherers, they move from one place to another because first they have finished up all the fruits and forest things which one they use for their food. Secondly, they have to follow the animals which one they prey or they hunt. And thirdly, fruits and trees are seasonal, so they have to change their places according to the season. And fourth number is that people, plants and animals need water to survive. Water is found in lakes, streams and rivers. While many rivers and lakes are perennial, that means with water throughout the year, others are seasonal. So people living on their banks would have had to to go in search of water during the dry seasons. Another reason is there, that means fourth reason, which is very much important for them, why they used to change their address, that is in search of water, because water could be found in some places. Water is okay, it was available for the entire year, but there were some specific things or specific areas where water were not continuously found. That means during the dry seasons like winter and summer, so they have to move in search of water too. So if I put an in-text question for you, what is the reason why hunter-gatherers move from one place to another, that answer you have to write that hunter-gatherers used to move from one place to another in search of food and pasture, in search of food, in search of they are following in search of food, in search of water, they followed the animals which one they hunt, and at the last plants and trees bear food in a different season. Okay, my dear student, I hope you are clear with that. Now, how do we know about these people? So you might be thinking that ma'am is talking that hunter-gatherers used to hunt food, they do like that, dig that. How? Ma'am have time machine? No, I don't have time machine, but we have sources. Historians use those sources for us, and then they write these books and we follow it. Now we will learn how we know about these people. Archaeologists have found some of the things hunter-gatherers made and used. It is likely that people made and used tools of stone, wood, and bone, of which stone tools have survived best. So archaeologists, what is archaeologist? First, in the first class only, I have told you in offline classes, archaeologists mean those people who study about our past and who try to find out evidence, who dug our surface of the earth. They find out different kinds of things. I have explained you, right? So archaeologists, what they used to do, they used to find different kind of things which was used by the hunter-gatherers, and they used to make different type of tools which was made up of stone, wood, and bone. They tried variety of things to make their tools and weapons with stone, with wood and bone, and then they find which would be survive the best, which would survive the longer period. They would use that one only. Some of these stone tools were used to cut meat and bone, scrap bark from the trees and hides, that means animal skin they have to scrap, chop fruit and roots. Some may have been attached to handles of bone or wood to make spears and arrows for hunting. Other tools were used to chop wood, which was used as firewood. Wood was also used to make huts and tools. So how they use tools? Firstly, they used stone tools, which was used to cut and meat and bone, scrap bark from the trees, and scrap animals from the animal skin from the animal, and then to chop fruit and roots. After that, they have been using wood also as a tool. They use it as a handles of the bone, and then make arrows and spears for hunting. Again, they use wood as a firewood. So these are the things which the early human used to make tools for hunting and for their survival. Now, choosing a place to live in. So here is a map of our Indian subcontinent. Yes, it is quite similar which one we use currently, but then also there were some places which was included to our map, like as this Meghar, which is currently not with India. So now, which places these hunter-gatherers used to live in? Look at map 2 below. All the places marked with red triangles are sites from which archaeologists have found evidence of hunter-gatherers. So here, Bhimbetka, Kolkata, Hunsi, and all those places which is marked with red. So these were the places from where archaeologists found the evidence that hunter-gatherers lived there. Only some are shown on the map. Many sites were located near sources of water such as rivers and lakes. Now, as stone tools were important, people tried to find places where good quality stone was easily available.